The Matrix is a 1999 American-Australian science fiction action film written and directed by the Wachowskis, starring Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, Carrie-Anne Moss, Hugo Weaving, and Joe Pantoliano. It depicts a dystopian future in which reality as perceived by most humans is actually a simulated reality called The Matrix, created by sentient machines to subdue the human population, while their bodies' heat and electrical activity are used as an energy source. Computer programmer Neo learns this truth and is drawn into a rebellion against the machines, which involves other people who have been freed from their dream world. The Matrix is known for popularizing a visual effect known as bullet time, in which the heightened perception of certain characters is represented by allowing the action within a shot to progress in slow motion while the camera's viewpoint appears to move through the scene at normal speed. The film is an example of the cyberpunk science fiction genre. It contains numerous references to philosophical and religious ideas, and prominently pays homage to works such as Plato's allegory of the cave, Jean Baudrillard's Simulacra and Simulation, and Lewis Carroll's Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. Over the years, numerous critics have pointed out the many similarities between the highly successful Matrix series and the earlier box office bomb but cult classic, Dark City, some going on to cite plagiarism. The Wachowskis' approach to action scenes drew upon their admiration for Japanese animation and martial arts films, and the film's use of fight choreographers and wire-fu techniques from Hong Kong action cinema was influential upon subsequent Hollywood action film productions. The Matrix was first released in the United States on March 31, 1999, and grossed over $460 million worldwide. It was generally well received by critics, and won 4 Academy Awards as well as other accolades including BAFTA Awards and Saturn Awards. Reviewers praised The Matrix for its innovative visual effects, cinematography and its entertainment. The film's premise was both criticized for being derivative of earlier science fiction works, and praised for being intriguing. The action also polarized critics, some describing it as impressive, but others dismissing it as a trite distraction from an interesting premise. The film has since appeared in lists of the greatest science fiction films, and in 2012, was added to the National Film Registry for preservation. The success of the film led to the release of 2 feature film sequels, both written and directed by the Wachowskis: The Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions. The Matrix franchise was further expanded through the production of comic books, video games, and animated short films in which the Wachowskis were heavily involved. Plot: an infamous hacker called Trinity is cornered in an abandoned hotel by police. She easily overpowers and escapes from them, but a group of sinister black-suited agents with superhuman abilities lead the police in a rooftop pursuit after her. Upon picking up a ringing phone in a telephone booth, she vanishes without a trace. Thomas Anderson is a computer programmer living a double life under the hacker alias Neo. He believes something is wrong with the world, and is puzzled by repeated online encounters with the cryptic phrase, "The Matrix." Trinity contacts him confirming that a man named Morpheus can explain its meaning. However, the agents, led by Agent Smith, attempt to prevent him from meeting. Undeterred, Neo meets Morpheus, who confirms that Neo can learn the truth about reality by choosing to swallow an offered red pill. Upon doing so, Neo's reality abruptly disintegrates and he awakens, naked and weak, in a liquid-filled pod. Finding himself one of countless people connected by cables to an elaborate electrical system, he is rescued and brought aboard Morpheus's hovercraft, the Nebuchadnezzar. Morpheus explains that in the 21st century, humans waged a war against intelligent machines they had created. When humans blocked the machines' access to solar energy, the machines instead began to harvest the humans' bioelectricity as a substitute power source. The Matrix is revealed to be a shared simulation of the world as it was in 1999, in which the minds of the harvested humans are trapped and pacified. Neo has been living in it since birth. Morpheus and his crew belong to a group of rebels who hack into the Matrix and unplug enslaved humans, recruiting them as rebels. The rebels' understanding of the true nature of the simulated reality allows them to bend its physical laws, granting them seemingly superhuman abilities. Neo is warned that fatal injuries within the Matrix will also kill one's physical body, and that the agents he encountered are powerful sentient programs that eliminate threats to the system. Neo's skill during virtual combat training lends credence to Morpheus's belief that Neo is the One, a man prophesied to successfully carry forward the insurrection of enslaved humans against the machines. The group enters the Matrix to visit the Oracle, a prophet who predicted the emergence of the One. The Oracle implies to Neo that he is not the One, and warns that he will soon have to choose between his life and the life of Morpheus. Before they can leave the Matrix, the group is ambushed by agents and tactical police. Morpheus allows himself to be captured so that Neo and the rest of the crew can escape. However, their getaway is hindered by Cypher, a crew member disillusioned with the harshness of the real world. Cypher secretly betrayed Morpheus to Agent Smith in exchange for a return to a comfortable life within the Matrix. Cypher disconnects and murders several crew members as they lie defenseless in the real world, before he is killed by Tank, a crewman whom he had left for dead. In the Matrix, the agents interrogate Morpheus in an attempt to learn his access codes to the mainframe computer in Zion, the rebel humans' last refuge in the real world. Concerned that the agents might succeed in extracting the codes, Tank declares that Morpheus must be killed. Believing that he is not the One, Neo stops Tank and proposes returning to the Matrix to rescue Morpheus, and Trinity insists she accompany him. They succeed in rescuing Morpheus, and in doing so Neo gains confidence in his abilities, performing feats on par with those of the agents. Morpheus and Trinity exit the Matrix, but Smith ambushes and kills Neo before he can leave. In the real world, Sentinel machines attack the Nebuchadnezzar, while Trinity stands over Neo and whispers to him that the Oracle told her that she would fall in love with the One. She kisses Neo, and he revives with newfound powers to perceive and control the Matrix. He effortlessly destroys Smith and leaves the Matrix in time for the ship's electromagnetic pulse weapon to disable the attacking Sentinels. Sometime later, Neo makes a telephone call in the Matrix, promising the machine masters that he will show their prisoners a world where anything is possible. He ends the call and flies into the sky. Cast: Keanu Reeves as Thomas A. Anderson, Neo, a computer programmer in Metacortex Corporation who moonlights as a hacker. Reeves described his character as someone who felt that something was wrong, and was searching for Morpheus and the truth to break free. Will Smith turned down the role of Neo to make Wild Wild West because of skepticism over the film's ambitious bullet-time special effects. He later stated he was not mature enough as an actor at that time, and that if given the role, he would have messed it up. Nicolas Cage also turned down the part because of family obligations. Warner Brothers sought Brad Pitt or Val Kilmer for the role. When both declined, the studio pushed for Reeves, who won the role over Johnny Depp, the Wachowskis' first choice. Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus, a human freed from the Matrix, captain of the Nebuchadnezzar. Fishburne stated that once he read the script, he did not understand why other people found it confusing. However, he had a doubt if the movie would ever be made, because it was so smart. The Wachowskis instructed Fishburne to base his performance on the character Morpheus in Neil Gaiman's Sandman comics. Gary Oldman, Samuel L. Jackson, and Chow Yun-fat were also considered for the part. Despite widespread rumors, Sean Connery was offered the role of the architect in the sequels, not that of Morpheus. Carrie-Anne Moss as Trinity, freed by Morpheus, crew member of the Nebuchadnezzar, NEO's romantic interest. After reading the script, Moss stated that at first, she did not believe she had to do the extreme acrobatic actions as described in the script. She also doubted how the Wachowskis would get to direct a movie with a budget so large. But after spending an hour with them going through the storyboard, she understood why some people would trust them. Moss mentioned that she underwent a 3-hour physical test during casting, so she knew what to expect subsequently. The role made Moss, who later said that, "I had no career before, none." Janet Jackson was initially approached for the role, but scheduling conflicts prevented her from accepting it. In an interview, she stated that turning down the role was difficult for her, so she later referenced The Matrix in their intro and outro interludes on her 10th studio album Discipline. Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith, a sentient agent program of the Matrix whose purpose is to destroy Zion and stop humans from getting out of the Matrix. Unlike other agents, he has ambitions to free himself from his duties. Weaving stated that the character was enjoyable to play because it amused him. He developed a neutral accent, but with more specific character for the role. He wanted Smith to sound neither robotic nor human, and also said that Larry and Andy Wachowski's deep voices had influenced his voice in the film. When filming began, Weaving mentioned that he was excited to be a part of something that would extend him. Jean Reno was offered the role, but declined, unwilling to move to Australia for the production. Joe Pantoliano as Cypher, another human freed by Morpheus, but one who regrets taking the red pill and seeks to be returned to the Matrix. Pantoliano had worked with the Wachowskis prior to appearing in The Matrix, starring in their 1996 film Bound. Gloria Foster as the Oracle, a prophet who still resides in the Matrix, helping the freed humans with her foresight and wisdom. Marcus Chong as Tank, the operator of the Nebuchadnezzar, a natural human born outside of the Matrix. Paul Goddard as Agent Brown, one of 2 sentient agent programs in the Matrix who work with Agent Smith to destroy Zion and stop humans escaping the system. Robert Taylor as Agent Jones, second sentient agent program working with Agent Smith. Julia Narahanger as APOC, a freed human and crew member on the Nebuchadnezzar. Belinda McClory as Switch, a human freed by Morpheus, and crew member of the Nebuchadnezzar. Anthony Ray Parker as Dozer, the pilot of the Nebuchadnezzar. He is Tank's brother, and like him was born outside the Matrix. Matt Doran as Mouse, a freed human and programmer on the Nebuchadnezzar. Ada Nicodemo as Du Jour, a reference to the White Rabbit in Alice's Adventures in Wonderland.